Now we live.
Good morning, everybody. It's 5 days before Christmas.
5 days before Christmas.
I didn't realize it was the 20th until I looked at the date. And like we said, it sneaks up on us
It does.
every single year. But this year seems more so than the others. Does it seem that way to you?
Yeah, and I think it's
You think it's age, don't you?
that and Mary Cross getting older.
Maybe.
So the whole excitement, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like it was when
Well, that's sad to say because it kind of
11 and under.
It kind of takes away from
the magic.
Yeah, it does. Even my mama told me yesterday, Brooke, it just doesn't seem like Christmas this year.
Yeah, I think that's why. I mean, she's going to be 16, and so it's so it's different. She's like a little adult.
Speaking of 16,
yeah,
one of my best high school friends. I don't know how I remember dates. I can remember names and I can remember dates.
And I'm the exact opposite. I mean,
that's why I love you so much because we go together like
peas and carrots.
Well, peanut butter and jelly, whatever you see. That was you said peas and carrots, and I said peanut butter and jelly.
True. Yeah,
that's a perfect example.
Yeah,
but this. Well, first of all, this was another friend. Her birthday was December 14th, and I always remember her birthday. So first thing I do when I wake up is reach out to Kelly and tell her happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
She's not quite 50 yet, so it wasn't the big a deal as it was for Rebecca, whose birthday was the 18th. And I just always remember that. They were two of my best friends, and Kelly was a year younger than us, but Rebecca was in my class. Mm-hmm. And I reach out to Rebecca and I tell her happy 50th. I hope you have a magical day. And she returns my message by saying, is Mary Carl 16 yet? I know she's close. And I said, nope, December 28th. She said, well, Reese, who is her daughter,
I need to shut that door.
is 16 and she's driving and it's terrifying. And I said, it kind of became real then to hear Rebecca say that her daughter, who's very responsible, like Mary Carl, it scares her to death to know that she's driving. And she said, I don't know how our parents did it. I don't know how our parents let us go like that. And I said, I never thought about that.
No phones, no nothing.
I never thought about that back then. But times were different.
They were, isn't that crazy?
I mean, not to say that everything was hunky-dory and safe and all that good stuff when we were 16, but times were different then. This was when we turned 16, it was 1992 versus 2025, 26.
91 for me.
Yeah, 90. Well, yeah. Yeah. But it's just different. And she and I went down that rabbit hole of how our parents we don't know what they were thinking, but I have voiced my concerns to Mary Carl about her being alone and, how I want to get her some bear spray because I read that bear spray is better than what do you call that stuff? Mace, because it goes further.
Yeah.
And, I'm just worried. And that's a parent's.
Yeah.
I feel like every parent worries, but my parents never expressed that to me. Doesn't mean they weren't good parents.
Right.
I just think the worries of the world were different then. They were probably worried about me having a car crash and, things. I don't know. It's just different.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it. I just never thought about the way my parents felt about letting me go because I know my heart is scared. Scared.
I agree.
It's not like I'm letting her go in the big wide world, but it kind of is.
Yep.
It'd be the first time for her to go anywhere by herself without us. And the world is scary. The world is scary. But we're not scary. We're here to make y'all take that away. Hopefully everybody can.
Yeah.
You got something that you're happy about this morning.
Oh, man. I got a late start. I told you yesterday. I told you last week. The game was at 7 o'clock. It's not going to be over till 11. and I go to bed probably around 8:30. Now, I used to be a night owl,
Yeah. Well,
and oh my goodness. Oh, I almost went to bed early.
you kind of did.
So I usually watch the game upstairs, up here, and it did not get off on the right foot for us Alabama fans. And I'm texting my buddies, and it just looked like number one, we didn't look healthy as they said we were going to be, and just the worst possible start of a game you could possibly have. I cut the TV off up here. I went downstairs, cut it on in the bedroom to listen to it while I piddle, and was getting ready for today.
Yeah.
And just knew, I was
It
just
was
going to
over.
check the score from time to time to see how bad it was going to get. And so I get a text from my buddy, and he said, "You need, look at great play." And I went in there and we scored a touchdown. I was like, "Oh gosh, here we go." I was like, "We're still down 17." I mean, Alabama had 10 yards basically in the first quarter and a half. 10 yards.
I went to let
Like
Dee
8
Dee.
plays.
I went to let Dee Dee out before I went to bed, and I yelled at Jason upstairs, "What's the score?" He said 10-0, and it's not going good.
It's not going good.
And that's when I said, "Okay, well, I'm not asking any more questions."
Oh, when Oklahoma got up 17-0 with Oklahoma's great defense, I thought this is not. It's going to look just like the SEC championship game, where we came in limping in on one wheel, and I thought the same thing. And then next thing I know, we block a punt and kick a field goal, and then we get an interception return back for a touchdown, and it's tied at halftime. And how in the world, I have no idea. And then Alabama was good since then.
And Alabama pulled it off.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, Alabama did win the game. So who does that mean they play next?
The number one seed Indiana Hoosiers at the Rose Bowl next week.
Next week? Yeah. On a Friday or Saturday?
I think it's Saturday, I'm sure.
Well, that's good because Saturday, well, I don't know. You got a video Sunday, so maybe it'll be a day game.
I don't know. I'm sure I don't know if they set the times yet or not. Because see, today's a big day. I think there's 3 games today.
But you're not really concerned with those, are you?
I would like to see who wins them.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to
I don't have to sit down and watch them, but I'll probably watch them tonight. Whoever's playing tonight, I'll watch them. Yeah.
Well.
I think Texas A&M and Miami's the first game. And then, I think that's going to be the only one. I hope that's the tonight game because the other 2 games shouldn't be playing.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, I mean, James Madison should not be in the playoffs.
I don't know anything about that.
James, it should be Notre Dame and BYU, not James Madison and Tulane. And I'm sorry if there's some James Madison fans on here or Tulane fans on here, but they shouldn't be in the playoffs.
Okay.
They shouldn't be. Oh, man.
Goodness gracious. Well, somebody agrees with you.
Oh, it's the truth.
Angie agrees with you.
It's the truth. They were just trying to be politically correct, and they ruined the whole thing. It makes 0 sense whatsoever. 0. Those are G5 schools, so they shouldn't be in the. It would be like Nick Saban said this week. It'd be like a minor league team getting in the playoffs and bumping a major league team out of the playoffs.
Well, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, the minor league team would get.
Yeah, because it's not even the same.
It's not even the same. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know anything about that, but when you said that, I automatically know what would happen.
Alabama plays January 1st at 3:00.
January 1st. Is that
I don't know what day that's on. I knew it was on New Year's, though. I remember that now, but
that's Thursday. That's not next Thursday because next Thursday's Christmas, or this coming up Thursday. So it'll be 2 weeks.
Oh, good. We need the rest. Alabama's still hurt. It's still hurt.
So January the 1st.
Oh, we need to rest. So that means Indiana hasn't played football. When they play that game, it would be either 6 or 7 weeks.
Well, that may be bad for them.
I think it is. I really do. I know you need the rest, but not to play a game for that long a period of time.
Well, Londa said that Georgia plays January 1st at 7. So that probably means Alabama's the day game.
3. Somebody said 3.
Oh, 3:00. Okay. I didn't hear that part. Sorry. So that's good.
Yep.
But January 1st, is on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. We'll be eating black eyed peas and watching Alabama.
That's right.
And I won't be eating any cornbread.
Mm-hmm. You won't be. That's right. You won't be eating cornbread.
I don't know. I guess my cornmeal has gluten in it. I've never looked.
Never looked.
I mean, cornmeal is corn, but I don't know if mine is gluten free or not.
Yeah.
I have to look. I've never noticed any flares from eating cornbread, but let me tell y'all something. So we're in town, and it was kind of like mid-afternoon. Mary Carl's with me. Jason and I had eaten lunch. She wasn't hungry because I had cooked a big breakfast. Mama, could I get something to eat while we're in town? Sure. What would you like? And so I offered to pick up Mexican for her from one of her favorite restaurants. She's gotten to where she's going a little outside the box, and she wanted some chicken enchiladas, which is
that's her new thing.
It's always been fajitas.
Always been fajitas.
Fajitas with no peppers, only onions. She really doesn't eat much of it. So it's kind of, I've always kind of felt like it was a waste because she brings the rest of it home, eventually eats it, but you know, just one fajita. So I get her 2 enchiladas, and she wants the cheese dip on top and not the tomatoes or lettuce or enchilada sauce. It comes with chips and salsa. So she doesn't want the chips and salsa. She eats her cornbread is gluten-free.
There you go. I guess if you use just strictly cornmeal, then there's...
I don't know if mine is or not. I'll have to look. Anyway.
You just have to make sure there's no cross-contamination in the cornmeal. That's all you got.
Well, it either says gluten-free or right. So comes with chips and salsa. She didn't eat it. Bring it home. Jason starts eating it, and he says, tortilla chips are gluten-free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I started eating it. I eat the tortilla chips. I eat the salsa, and thought I was doing good, That evening, my tongue starts getting messed up. And I was like, I haven't eaten anything. I'm starting to hang my head because I'm like, I thought the gluten-free diet had fixed me, and I thought I was good, and I didn't feel quite as good as I had prior. Next morning, oh goodness, completely flared up. My tongue was a mess. I just kind of felt kind of fluish, kind of like I have been. And I'm hanging my head, and I told Jason, I said, you know what? I wonder if those tortilla chips were fried in the same fryer with some things that contain gluten.
Yep.
He said, you know what? I bet you're right.
I bet they are.
So my friend Jamie, who we rehomed the 2 little goats to, Parish's babies,
mm-hmm.
The 2 little girls got them. She's been gluten-free for some time now, and she and I talk pretty regularly. She wants to know how I'm doing. I told her, I said, Jamie, I've been doing well, except for I did this. I ate the chips. And she was like, well, okay. More than likely, they fried those, or they cooked those tortilla chips in a designated fryer because they cook so many. She said, but I'll tell you what I think. And I said, what? She said, a lot of times the salsa has spices in it that are not gluten-free.
I didn't know that.
The spices could contain gluten. She said, and she had reactions from salsa that was.
And it's just probably like fillers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that she felt like it was more so the salsa than it was the chips, even though it could have been a mixture of both. It could have been cross-contamination. They're obviously preparing the chips in the same kitchen. I was going to say conditions that they make flour tortillas in. I don't know. But yesterday, I was back to good. No gluten for me. We went to Birmingham, and I cooked me a good breakfast yesterday morning, an omelet, and I said, I'm not that hungry. So Jason and Mary Carl ate. I could have got something, but I don't want those symptoms.
Yeah, I know.
I am so careful now that I figured out something that helps me. And I know there's going to be times when things happen, but I want to do everything in my power to prevent it if I can. I'm good.
You're good.
I'm back good. Back good. I don't know what it was, but I'm not going to. And I know in order to be tested for gluten, you have to be on gluten. Well, guess what? I don't need a test.
There's no need because you already see what's happening. There's no need.
I don't want to go back to gluten to feel bad to be tested.
Right.
I know my body.
Yep.
I don't need a test to tell me that that's what it is. And yeah, I'm definitely sensitive. I probably don't have celiacs because I don't have the stomach side of it.
Right.
But definitely gluten sensitive. And I know what it does to me, and I'm not going there. I'm not. I'm just not.
I don't blame you.
I'm not.
I don't blame you. You know, I didn't cross my mind until yesterday how hard it is to find restaurants that don't have gluten. You would think it's big gluten free. It's not. Don't get me wrong. There are some that have gluten free stuff
Options, yeah.
but for the most part, it's not as simple as it looks.
And then you have to worry about cross contamination. You know, even if it says gluten free, there's other things in that restaurant that aren't gluten free. And I felt so bad that day. 2 days ago, it was the day we worked on the coop. My mouth was so inflamed.
Yeah,
I wasn't full-fledged sick, but I did not feel the way I had felt previously. And just the light bulb went off, and I was like, huh, that's got to be what it is.
Got to be what it is.
Got to be.
A lot of people are saying nightshades will make them flare up, such as tomatoes.
Maybe.
And it could have been the tomatoes that did it too. But we know for a fact that gluten has really, really been key.
It has been. And I had no idea how many people were gluten sensitive. None of us need it. None of us need it. I mean, that's a fact.
Well, it's the way it's processed and grown in the United States. That's what we talked about earlier, is that the United States is, you know, just sprayed a lot, and it's a certain type of wheat that we grow here, and it's not an heirloom wheat. And, you know, I've told you that I heard people say they can eat wheat from Italy and Europe, and they can't eat the wheat here. So it's just the way it's processed and grown.
So, you know, at the time I did not realize this, but I had stopped eating gluten on Friday. Friday, I was all day gluten-free. Saturday, all day gluten-free. Sunday, all day gluten-free. That Monday, I had some blood work done, and my platelets dropped like 60 points, which is an indicator of inflammation from 3 full days being gluten-free. And obviously the inflammation is lower. And then at that point, I didn't even know that was working. You know, I didn't have a conclusion that was helping me. But as time has gone on, and we're 8 days in now, I know that it's helping me.
Oh yeah,
I know it is.
Yeah.
And I thought about this morning. You know, have people tell me all the time that they enjoy when I do cooking segments, and my mama tells me, just do like Brenda Gant does, Brooke. Don't worry about it. Just if she forgets her ingredients, she just says, y'all hang on, and goes and gets her. But my mind doesn't work like that. I need everything, you know. I'm kind of like Jason. I'm hyper focused when it comes to cooking videos. But I'm thinking to myself, maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should start experimenting with gluten-free recipes, since so many of y'all are gluten-free.
Yeah, I think y'all try it.
Because that same recipe could be made with gluten included ingredients, but somebody that's sensitive, it would help them. And obviously I'm not going to eat any gluten. Yeah. I'm not. So things that I cook are not going to contain gluten unless you see him taste it and me not. You know? But I'm going to be sitting over there and you're going to see, you know, me slobbering wanting to taste it. It hasn't been that way though.
You know, I'm not one of those people. I don't feel like I have to have it. I could go either way. You know, I'm not a big pasta fan, but I don't dislike pasta.
Mary Carl loves pasta.
Mary Carl loves pasta. Bread, I don't have to have bread.
She loves bread.
So, I mean, for me, it's not a
if it was just me and you, I would have no concern. Right. You and I could do a gluten-free diet completely. And I can with her too, but I'm leaving out a lot of things that she loves. So we're just going to have to experiment. And, you know, like I had already pre-purchased ingredients to make the Mississippi chicken spaghetti. Y'all know that Mississippi mud roast or whatever they call it.
That's Mississippi mud pie, but it's called something else. Mississippi.
There's Mississippi everything. It contains the peppers and the butter and... Anyway, I had bought the ingredients to make it. What is it? Mississippi what? I'm not going anywhere until I figure it out.
Yeah.
Mississippi something.
It's a roast that we do, though. It's got the au jus in it.
Yeah, I mean, they make it all different ways.
It's got ranch dressing,
Yeah,
ranch
powder,
season. Yeah.
powder, ranch dressing powder. Oh, come
gonna look
on,
it
come
up.
on, come on! Somebody tell us.
I'm gonna look it up. You go ahead.
I can't.
You stuck on it.
I'm stuck on Mississippi pot roast, but it's something, a word before that. I guess that's it. Mississippi chicken spaghetti.
Mississippi pot roast.
They said Mississippi mud.
That's what I said.
That's what I call it. But Justin
Mississippi
says
pot
that's
roast.
a pie.
Mississippi mud pie. Mississippi 5-ingredient pot roast. That's what it is.
Okay, so y'all know what I'm talking about anyway. So I'd found this recipe and I had it saved. I'm trying to make my grocery list and I buy all the ingredients for this, and it's easy. You put your chicken breast in the bottom of the crock pot. I love a crock pot because we can work outside, but at the end of the recipe, you cook your noodles and then you add some of the pasta water and you mix it all together. Well, I made that, but I took mine out before I added the pasta water or the noodles. It was fantastic.
It's good, wasn't it?
Nobody needed the pasta.
Mm-mm.
I mean, if I had known how good it was before I added the pasta to it,
we could have had rice.
Well, we could, yes, or mashed potatoes.
Oh, mashed potatoes would have been really.
I mean,
good.
I feel like now I can pinpoint what makes me bad.
Mm-hmm.
Since I know gluten does, stay away from the gluten. If I eat potatoes and I know it messes me up, then I stay away from it.
And there's gluten-free pasta too.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But I don't.
But I'm not a huge pasta
I
fan.
don't know how the pasta would be. That's what I'm saying. I would give my honest opinion on if I like the gluten-free pasta or not in different brands.
Yeah.
Maybe a gluten-free company will sponsor us and start sending us all these
gluten-free stuff.
Gluten-free, lots of companies.
We could try and let everybody know our honest opinion.
But they might not like me.
Yeah, I'm going
to be honest. If I don't like it, I'm going to be like, look, this is the worst thing I ever. And that company's going to
the truth.
They're going to blacklist me.
Don't ask us if you don't want to know.
Don't ask us because I'm going to be honest.
Yep.
But everybody's different.
Yeah,
everybody's different. But if I give my opinion and I don't like it, then that probably means somebody else won't like it.
It's true.
Doesn't mean everybody's going to like it if I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I just feel like I just can do without it. I don't have a problem with sitting with you and you eating something that contains gluten and me sitting right there with you because I don't want to feel that way.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to eat it. I'm not tempted in the least.
The only thing I can think of that would be, well, I guess two things, and I don't eat it very often, one more so than the other, would be pizza. I like pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I love pizza. But I've seen them make gluten-free pizza crust.
Right.
And hamburgers.
Well, I ate a hamburger.
I know you ate a hamburger
and a
with
piece
your
of lettuce, and I did not mind it.
I love hamburgers, but I bet you money they make gluten-free hamburger buns.
Well, they do, but people are so finicky about whether they like them or not. I found out.
I got you.
I started following this gluten-free. There's Michael Keith.
He said he's pretty sure fig preserves have gluten in it, so give them all to him.
Hey, Michael. Good idea.
Oh, roll tide, Mike. Mike was somebody I was texting last night.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I kind of figure that.
Yeah.
But it's either they're horrible. Somebody will say that, and then you might try it and they might be okay.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know that if that's something that's across the board. But if you're cooking with something, I read that such and such flour is best for sauces. Such and such flour is best for baking.
Oh,
that is something that I could experiment with and give my honest opinion.
Yeah.
I think it either works or it doesn't.
Yeah.
I saw somebody made this chicken pot pie and they used those cheddar biscuits. Gosh, I never knew that stuff was gluten-free and I never thought about it.
Cheddar biscuits.
It's a biscuit mix. It's at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
I've bought it before.
Okay.
I don't think it's a Red Lobster. Maybe it's Cheddar brand.
It ain't.
I even looked at Walmart after I saw it. Anyway, they made these biscuits and topped it on the pot pie.
Yeah.
Now they said that their problem was that all the liquid soaked up in the biscuits, but they experimented and they found a hack to prevent that. They like limited the liquid that was in the chicken
I
pot
got
pie to, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. That's what I'm talking about.
Jim and Nick's is what I was thinking about.
No, they're not Jim and Nick's.
They got real.
They're
those,
not
those,
Red
those are
Lobster. I
full of
want to
gluten.
say, yeah.
They
They
good.
say
too.
they're Red Lobster biscuits are the ones that are gluten free.
Interesting.
Well, anyway, and I think y'all that have reached out, Red Lobster
Has
is
a
gluten free.
gluten-free cheddar biscuit mix
I think
in the frozen section.
well, this is powder, is what I'm talking about. It's on the shelf.
Well, I'm glad coffee is gluten-free.
Yeah, me too. So, did you have something? I don't want to.
No,
I'm on a roll this morning. is
roll.
what I'm saying.
Me too. Roll Tide.
That's right. Roll on. So yesterday, my mama has not been well this week. Tuesday night, she stayed up all night. She had been vomiting, having chills, lower back pain. Went on Tuesday night. So Wednesday, Thursday, yesterday was Friday. I told her Thursday night, I said, Mom, if you're still sick tomorrow, we're going to the doctor. And she's hard-headed, y'all. She's not going to, I hope she don't watch this. I won't say she won't watch this because sometimes she does. She might. She's laid up.
Yeah.
So, Brooke, I really think I'm better. No, Mama. No. We're going to the doctor. So I had to go to Birmingham yesterday afternoon. Had to be there at 1:20, and she needed to go to the doctor. And I wanted to take her to her doctor, which was in Selma, because we trust him.
Yeah.
We could have went to urgent care or something, but I felt like we would walk away questioning the diagnosis.
Right.
We'll just go here in Clanton. No, Mama, we won't. I will call and see if I can't schedule my appointment for later in the day. Get in the car. Mm-hmm. We're going. So we go to Selma, and I don't know where I was going with this. Anyway, we go to Selma and we see her doctor, and her doctor does blood work, does COVID test, does flu test, and comes back and says, you have a virus. You have a virus. He said it's a stomach virus. All your blood work looks good. You're not dehydrated, even though she was borderline after that Tuesday night. Hasn't eaten anything substantial since Tuesday. But I was able to get her to the doctor and find out that it is indeed a virus and go away saying we feel good with this diagnosis without going to urgent care and saying we don't think that's what it was. My biggest fear was that she had a kidney infection.
Yeah.
She was like, well, Brooke, I don't have any urination problems, no blood, no. Mama, we're going. We're going. I don't care if you don't have those symptoms. This has been too long. And I know stomach virus has been going around, but the odd thing was I had been around her.
And usually stomach viruses are like 24 hours.
And she doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
She did go to Walmart
1 day.
7 days prior
to
whenever she got sick.
Yeah.
Not 7 days. It was like 5 days prior. And yes, viruses have an incubation period. So hopefully today is her turning point. But I did get my scheduled appointment changed to later in the afternoon. So I went to Selma, got her to the doctor.
You did?
Came back here, picked up my family, went to Birmingham, and got everything taken care of yesterday. And hopefully today she will be on the mend. I talked to her earlier this morning, and she said that she has she feels like she may be coming around.
Good.
I offered to fix her some toast, and I just don't want it. She had some Jell-O that I fixed, and she was able to keep that down. So.
Good.
Oh, goodness.
We had a good time in Birmingham yesterday.
We did.
A good time. We had a thrift store. You know we're gonna hit a thrift store.
Yeah, found you some frames.
Found me some frames. Found me some old denim blue jeans that I liked.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Go grab that picture that Art by Deneen made.
Oh, I gotta get the ladder.
Oh, don't grab.
It's really high.
Sorry. I got a picture of it. How's that?
But we went thrifting and had a good time. Then you had your doctor's appointment, and me and Mary Carl walked around downtown Birmingham. And well, had to go bathroom. And so we started looking for a bathroom, and there was children's. And I said, Mary Carl, let's just go into children's because I remember this so well. You know, you follow the blue. Remember that? Follow the blue.
Oh yeah, follow the river.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
So I thought, in my mind, this was going to take us to the big waiting room area, and I could go use the bathroom in there. Well, they didn't. I think I was in the wrong building because they got 2 children buildings. And so I was like, oh goodness. So me and Mary Carl ended up going upstairs, and we were walking around.
I didn't know all this.
Oh yeah, we get upstairs, and I was finally about to give up. Mary Carl said, oh, there it is right there. And so we went in, and she had to go too. And so anyways, we get out, and y'all, we in a closed part of the lights are off. There's nobody up here. And I was like, I don't know where are we at, Mary Carl? I have no idea where we are. And I said, all I know is we need to go back downstairs. So we found the elevator. We go back downstairs. Same thing. It's just nothing. It's dark. Everything. There's nothing here. And there's this long hallway. Lights completely off. And I said, I see sunshine down there on the end. We're totally lost in this. You know how big it is.
Oh yeah.
And I said, I see sunshine down there. So let's just walk down there, and I think we'll get out. And yeah, lo and behold, we walk down there. There's the sunshine, and we end up coming out on the crosswalk where we'd already been, which was perfect. And that's the run you were texting me, said you were out. I was like, thank goodness, because we're out too.
So I had to have a updated ultrasound on an ovarian cyst that I have. So I went to the Kirkland Clinic, and they were going to walk around and make sure no birds had window crashes. And the last thing I said to them was, look at these street signs.
I knew what street we were on.
I said, make sure you know where the car is.
We're on 20th.
They took the keys.
Yep.
They took the keys. And I said, I'll let you know when I come out. And my biggest fear was they were going to get lost, not knowing where the car was. But lo and behold, they get in another building and they get lost
in the hospital.
Goodness
gracious.
Oh,
I tell you.
So they had the keys, and I get out, and I'm like, it's cold. I mean, it wasn't that cold, but it was no sunshine.
The buildings were blocking the sun, and the wind was whipping through those buildings.
So I get to the car, and I'm thinking to myself, I can't even get in the car. And I look at my app on my phone, and I said, well, I can't get in the car because I'm not signed into the app. I don't usually have to do that because I've always got my keys. I finally get signed into the app, and I don't know if you didn't lock the car or if the app worked, but I got in the car.
I think the app worked because I remember locking it specifically before we got out. So.
I got to sit in the car. I just couldn't crank it. My we don't, pay for that subscription or whatever. So,
and this is, I tell y'all, greed is really, really starting to take over. And some of y'all may not know this or not, but I've been seeing it a lot because I like cars. And so I get a lot of car stuff, whatever I look at. And what a lot of car manufacturers, I don't think all of them are doing it yet, but you know what happens if one does it, they're all going to follow suit. But I think Toyota is one. And I think maybe there's some Fords that are doing this now. And some more foreign cars are starting to do this. But say, for instance, you want heated seats. You're now going to have to pay a monthly subscription for heated seats to work in your car.
Oh, they'll disable it?
Yes. Or if you like the adaptive cruise, or you like cruise control, you like keyless entry, or what, all these options that you used to pay for up front. Now they're going to start doing in subscription based. But here's the thing, what I think is going to happen. I think people are absolutely fed up with all this subscription crap that they're not going to do it. I really do. You're going to have some people that are going to do it.
Yeah.
But I think as a whole that people are not going to do it. And if people don't do it, they're not getting any subscription money. So therefore they're not going to do it anymore. But
I'm not paying for a subscription.
It's starting to happen.
I'm not paying for it.
No,
I'm not paying for it.
No, it's crazy.
If I couldn't crank my car, that was fine. But I needed to just be able to get in the door.
Yep.
So I just sat in there. I mean, that was fine. Here they come around the corner, y'all. They think they're gonna scare me. And I'm looking, because I don't know which direction they're coming from. I knew they were coming. I'm sitting in the car, have nothing to do. I'm looking around, and all of a sudden, the door locks click because Jason's got the key fob. And I look across the street, and they're both looking at me like they thought they were going to scare me. Yeah,
we thought it was funny.
I bet you wonder how I got in there.
I did at first, and I was like, I said, Mary Carl, Mama's in the car. And I thought, I bet she used her phone.
Yeah.
I
don't ever do that. So I had to re-sign in. I sat out there for 10 minutes trying to figure out how to re-log in because I don't ever use it. So anyway, I found the picture, the art by Denene, Denene. She has a YouTube channel and a Facebook page. If y'all didn't see the post, this is absolutely beautiful. She painted this, had it framed, and mailed it to us. And there's a picture of Holly, as you can see, sitting beside her beautiful piece of artwork. So thank you. And she sells, I don't think she sells that one, but she has several prints for sale on her Facebook page, website.
Some of them are animals.
Yeah, she's got a nugget for sale.
Print. Yep.
She's got a nugget for sale that she painted us many years ago. And a pigeon. I think it's Fina,
yeah.
That she has for sale. But y'all, she's incredibly talented. And that is a watercolor. Doesn't look like it's so good. It looks like I don't know what it looks like.
It looks like a photograph.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm getting at. It looks like a photograph, but happy to have that. It will be a piece of our heart forever.
Art by Denene.
I
know she's on Facebook, and I know she's on Instagram.
And she's on YouTube. Yep, I found her. So y'all give Art by Denene a follow and tell her thank you for painting that wonderful picture, having it framed and mailing it to us. Beautiful.
It is beautiful. Really is beautiful. Really is beautiful. Chicken coop update.
Oh goodness. We didn't get locked in there this time.
We did not get locked in there this time. We got that fixed. And I tell you that you couldn't have scripted that. That was you could not have scripted that.
And I didn't think whatsoever. The wind was blowing that day.
Well, I can tell you what happened. Number one, that door is heavy. It's well built.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Thank you, Londa. She put Art by Denene.
Oh, there we go. It is well built, big time. I mean, it is thick. Roberto just made it's perfect. And we were kind of parked on just a slight decline, I guess you'd say. I guess.
Yeah, it was.
Incline, decline, whichever one. So it was wanting to go that way on its own just a little bit. So it didn't take much for it to blow and shut it.
You think that, but when I stained it, it never did that.
Well, wind may not have been blowing at all that day.
We had it fixed then, so it didn't matter if it did it. But it just didn't happen while I was staining it anyway.
But anyways, you could not. It was perfect. I mean, it really was. It was really funny.
And Mary Carl was getting ready to go to her friend's house.
Yeah.
So had she been gone, I would have had it. Well, I could have called Mama to come get me, but maybe Catherine could have came to her rescue.
Well, that's the first person I thought of was after Mary Carl was home, but Mary Carl had just gotten into the shower.
Yeah.
So we had that.
She said, "Mama, I had conditioner in my hair when I came to get you out."
So yeah, it was it was pretty funny though. It really was funny.
It was. I texted Catherine after we got out, and I just told her that, oh my goodness, we got locked in the chicken coop, and she said, I can come get you out. And I said, no, we're out now. I would have said it a little differently had we needed.
I never would have. So we grabbed that piece of, or you did, grabbed a piece of trim, and you were hitting it, but couldn't get it against.
And I didn't feel too good then.
And I was like, let me try it. And I would tell you,
was hurting. And I was trying my best.
That trim, if it would have been a quarter of an inch longer, it wouldn't have worked because it was hitting the ground. So it was really a quarter of an inch from not working at all.
Well, you said
Because you couldn't get under the, because you had the lock up here,
uh-huh.
you had the ground down here, and you had the piece of trim in between.
And you thought it was too long anyway.
It almost was. I mean, it, because you couldn't go down far enough to hit. I mean, it was right there. I'm telling y'all, it wasn't like that you could go and move it all around like this. I mean, you were hitting the ground.
But it really didn't matter because me and Carl pulled up at the same time that we opened the door.
Yep,
so
it was.
But if I tell you, we could not have lined that up any better. Because I kept thinking, you know, that door better not shut. Hey, you made me feel pretty confident it wasn't going to shut.
I didn't think it was going to shut. I really did not think it was going to shut.
I should have used my own brain in that situation and just said, Jason, let's just prop it open just in case.
Oh,
we could have just set that trim there to keep it from shutting. Nope.
I started thinking though, you know what?
D.
How many times have we got ourselves locked in something? You know, especially this year. Is that you got locked inside the Volkswagen bus at the dealership?
Oh my goodness!
I got locked in the camper because the lock broke.
That's right. I forgot about that. This year's not over. I'm just saying.
We still got a few more days left.
This year's not over. I'm not going in anywhere and shutting the door behind me.
That reminds me. I don't know how I remember this because we moved from that spot. We lived in town when I was a kid, baby, when I was 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So from 1 to 3, we lived in town, Selma. And
not us. We're not.
No.
We're not brother and sister. We're husband and wife.
And so I had a toy box that was blue. It was kind of baby bluish. I remember it. And it was a wooden chest. It was my toy box. And it was in the closet of my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I couldn't have been older than 3. So these are 3 or younger. I got in the toy box, just playing as a kid. And then I shut the toy box, but it had one of those latches on it. So it latched like this. It was one of the ones that you do like that, and you put a lock on it if you wanted to. I guess it was an old trunk, and my mom painted it, and I was locked in there. Of course, I panicked. It's dark. I'm either 3 or younger, and I felt like I was in there for like 5 hours, but I was probably in there for about a minute and a half because my mom come in there and opened it up and got me out. But
the fear.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I don't know how. So it was obviously a big deal because I remember that.
Well, it was traumatic to you.
I was 3 years old or younger, and I remember that. So, and then my mama bent the thing where it couldn't do that no more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I remember when I was little, and I wasn't little. I was probably, I don't know, 10. No, I wasn't 10. 8 maybe. I climbed up in a tree, and it was a big branch. It went sideways.
Yeah.
Well, the limb was so high that you couldn't just jump off of it. So I climbed up on the tree, and then I couldn't get down. And my friends were there with me, and I thought, well, how am I going to get down? And so this boy I had no girls to play with. I was in a neighborhood full of boys. And it worked out because that's probably who I needed to play with. We played baseball, played football, climb trees, such as, okay, all you got to do is let go and I'll catch you. So I do. And this boy didn't catch me, and he thought it was funny. And it was a humongous oak tree. And oak trees have a tendency to have those roots that are on top of the ground.
Oh, yeah.
So I fell and I hit my head on that root. And that's the only time I can remember in my life seeing stars. And I don't know if I was knocked unconscious or not, but I do remember that like it was yesterday, falling on that oak tree and the goose egg on my head. I went home and my mom was like, trying to calm me down. It's just a goose egg. It's going out, not in. You're going to be okay. But that boy told me he would catch me, and he did not. He had no intention of catching me. He thought it was funny.
He's playing a joke.
He thought it was funny. And then he got scared because he ran home, after he realized I was hurt.
Oh, goodness.
And I probably wasn't opening my eyes, and he probably thought the worst. And anyway.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Funny how things like that just stick in your mind.
Ain't it, though?
It's obviously traumatic to us.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I saw something.
Okay.
I saw that on this day,
Oh goodness.
2 movies were released. One was the Titanic, which is still considered one of the biggest movies of all time. Now, I've seen that movie, I know, twice, and I watched it when it came out, and then I watched it with Mary Carl here recently, and I just don't like that movie. It's not a bad movie, and I guess I kind of get why people, but it's just not, to me. It's not as good as they make it seem out to be. I don't know. If you ever
That's
Google
not
like
my kind of thing. I don't like love stories.
if you Google the top 10 or top 15 movies of all time, it's always in there. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And I know people obviously love it, but to me, it's just not as, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's just a tad bit overrated, just a little bit. Just me personally. Now, the other one was The Lord of the Rings. I think it was the first one that came
But I
out.
bet you like that.
I do like that one. I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings fan, but I definitely like it better than I did the Titanic. I did. To me, I get kind of overwhelmed when movies have so many characters in it like that. Even Star Wars to some degree. I like Star Wars movies, but I kind of get confused when it's 15 or 20 characters and they all have a main part. I don't know.
I see a lot of people saying they didn't like it.
Yeah, couldn't stand it. I don't know why, but it's considered one of the greatest movies ever, and I don't know. I definitely like Lord of the Rings better.
I see a lot of people saying they've never seen it.
Yeah,
Even Londa's never seen the
if
Titanic.
you don't have something to do one day, it's really long too. It's really long. Now, I will say this: I love the history and the lore and that of the ship itself and how beautiful it was and how I love all that. I could, that part I can really get into. I love that. I like it when people go down, especially when they used to go down there and look at it and show you what the photos of what it looked like, and that I love. But the movie itself, I just wasn't the big thing. But I don't like movies that have a ton of characters in it.
They said it's the ADHD.
I didn't think about that. That may be right. I kind of lose interest. I get confused and I lose interest a little bit.
Well, at least you're honest.
At least I'm honest. Even I think even the Harry Potter, I get confused on those after a while, and I bet we've watched Harry Potter over the years. I don't know how many times.
And I've never seen the first one.
And I still, you could ask me a
That person
question.
liked the Titanic.
Somebody
To each its own.
Yeah, that's right. You could ask me a question about a Harry Potter movie or Lord of the Rings movie, and I couldn't tell you. I couldn't answer. I could not answer it. I get lost in the plots and everything.
When Mary Carl was little, well, I say little, younger, she loved everything Harry Potter. And y'all seen every one of them, haven't you?
More than once, because I got confused and she was, I was like, I got to know what's going on. I still don't know.
Trying to help her with it.
Yeah.
And well, I saw something this morning that I wanted to share with y'all. And I don't think you've seen it. I got to get off of this. You just don't look, because all right, so y'all know our friend Damian Lester over at Suits to Boots, I'm a Survivor, Longhorn Lester. He's a beautiful woman.
I hadn't seen this.
He's a beautiful woman. So everybody's doing these chat GPT.
Oh my goodness.
Photos. And Jamie asked chat to put her face on a sparkly Christmas dress. Well, obviously they got a little confused with her face because they actually put Lester's face on the dress. And I mean, Jamie's beautiful, and Jamie's always been beautiful, but Lester tops the cake. Look at those legs. Look at those legs. If y'all If y'all hadn't seen it, I
Oh
wanted to
gosh.
comment so bad.
Oh my
And
gosh.
my brain could not come up with the words to comment. So just know that I saw it and I don't have the words to comment on what I saw. I'm gonna take Jamie out of this picture because he's a force to be reckoned with. That thing right there is just incredible. I mean,
his legs are smooth as his head.
his legs are fantastic. If y'all didn't have a laugh this morning,
oh my god!
I wanted to say something about the man crush. You know, when Jamie told us that Lester had a man crush on Jason when they first met, and went outside and videoed. Remember when y'all met in, where were y'all?
Oklahoma.
Videoed him coming up in an Uber.
Oh gosh.
Here, he's coming. And the first thing I thought of was Lester as a lady having a man crush on Jason. But I didn't know how to put that in words.
Oh me.
I can speak of it, but I can't. We need to make a flat Lester of this. And this is what needs to be passed around, not that.
Oh me.
Gracious goodness.
Oh,
I'm glad I didn't show it to you before the laugh.
I'm glad you didn't either. I got tears in my eyes.
I know you do. Y'all, that was great. So don't think I didn't mess around with it last night on my own. This is what
look at Brooke.
They came up with me. This was before I ever saw Lester.
Brooke ain't never had that much makeup on her.
Well, I mean, my eyes are squinty, but goodness. And they put some weight on me too.
Oh goodness.
This is the picture.
That's the one you gave them?
That's the one I gave them. I thought they would make me better.
Oh goodness.
And so I said, make my husband a hunky cowboy. And this is the picture I gave him. And this he looks like he might have a man crush on Lester. It's the rope on the shoulder that did me in.
It's the little bitty cowboy. It looks like a children's cowboy costume.
So I sent it to Catherine, and she was in the bed. She was laying in the bed, and Tony was asleep.
Goodness.
And she said, Tony just woke up and said, "What is wrong with you?" She said she was laughing so hard the bed was shaking.
Oh gosh.
Oh goodness. I couldn't help but share, y'all. I couldn't help but share.
Oh me. Oh, at the YMCA. That did look like the YMCA character.
What,
it
you?
Does. Yeah. You don't know what I'm talking about. The Village People. The Village People group.
But don't let me get away from you without sharing this one. This is what it did to Jason. At least he didn't have a dress on. I mean, goodness.
Oh gosh.
So a friend of ours, a friend of ours. Can I share that?
Yeah.
A friend of ours did it. Well, this is the first one I ever saw. And Jason and Mary Carl were upstairs watching TV. And Michael Key, if you're still watching, you saw this too. But he posted this on his timeline, all in good fun. But this was his picture that they came up with. And that's Eric Elam. Y'all don't know Eric Elam, but that was just priceless that he shared it in good spirits.
It was good spirits. It was really good spirits. Well, fun. Oh goodness.
Why did it put pounds on me? I don't know why it put pounds on me. It did Catherine too. She didn't tell me I could share hers, but I'm going to share hers. She wanted hers to be younger. Oh goodness, where is it?
She probably deleted it.
No, she did not. I had to ask her, who is this? I think it might have offended her. But Catherine did it, and that's Catherine. She wanted it to make her a lot younger and beautiful, but she's beautiful. But this is Catherine. I didn't ask it to do anything to me but make me Christmassy. It's all in good fun.
Oh goodness gracious!
We have fun with it. Will it work on the animals? Yeah. If I put a picture of it on them.
I bet it would.
But I have somehow got mine messed up. It will only do voice, and I don't know how to get it off.
We'll have to get it off.
We'll have to get it off.
Oh, gosh.
I've gotten
Oh,
some
man.
laugh though. An old friend of ours, Rachel, and her daughter did it, and they made it look like 80s.
Oh,
And
really?
it was really funny. It was really funny.
I'll have to look at that one.
I'll show it to you.
That's hilarious.
Oh, goodness. Well, we have big plans today. We hope to go see a short-eared owl. I hope it's not gone. There were 3 of them, I think, in this
Hope so.
location. And we're going to go in hopes to see it fly. It should be around 4:45 this afternoon, if it happens.
Yep.
We're going to go. And we may even post a little short video of it if we get to see it.
That's
because
right.
it's a beautiful. Have you ever seen a picture of it?
Yes, she showed it to me. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust
Let me
me.
show
she
y'all what it
showed
looks
to
like.
me.
A short-eared owl is a very,
Oh, man.
very beautiful creature, as all owls are. I must say, I'm probably most fascinated with owls,
Yeah, they're pretty.
but I just don't get to see them very often.
Yep.
So we hope to
Hope to
see
see this
this in flight as they hunt and go across the pond area at just before dusk, and we'll let y'all know if we do. Lieutenant Dan is doing very, very
They're growing
good.
like a weed.
Lou, y'all, he sits like a meerkat. There are times when he cries. He's the most loving cat, I would say. He loves to be picked up and held, and he'll cry for you to pick him up. Just a meow, so sad. But he sits up on his 2 hind legs straight up and looks like a little meerkat. He's the most precious thing, and he's doing good. I'll show y'all what his incision looks like. I'll
Yeah,
take his
it's getting
sweater
better.
off, and I'll show it in my tomorrow
Yep.
video, because I thought I have not updated on him, and I need to. He's still wearing his little sweater, but his incision's been healed. His little spot that he had, I think it's healing up nicely. I really do. I'm sad. I pulled his sweater off this morning and looked at it.
Did you?
I'm sorry. That was funny. You looked at me like you weren't happy with me. We got the giggles this morning.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness.
So before we go look for the short-eared owl, we have lots to do here.
Don't let me forget. I need to make a few Christmas videos for children today, too.
Yes.
Yeah, don't let me forget
yes.
that.
The outside cats are doing very well. Pink has the heater plugged in down there
She
at the
does.
barn.
Little heat mat.
The little heat mat, which I do every single year.
Mhm.
Chat GPT is the app. There's a free version. That's all you need. Just limits the
You
number
can only
that
do
you
so
can
many
make.
a day, yeah.
It's a bummer when you get to that. You have reached your limit for the day because you have to wait 24 hours. But Pink's doing well in the barn. Of course, I wanted to bring her in the house, and she's not having it. So I fed her on the mat so she would know that it was plugged in, and she's appreciating that.
Yes, she is. Go down there and check on her every day.
Yeah, and she comes up here in the evening.
Yep.
She has canned food down there, and she comes up here every evening where we feed her dry food. So her barn is her place to be, and we wish that she would choose other, but she's not gonna.
Yep.
So everybody's doing good. Tucker's doing great. Tucker goes in the garage at night. That's where Tucker chooses to be, and everybody's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Mama's cats. She has 4.
Plural.
I was visiting with Mama since she's been sick, and Angora is our oldest cat. Mary Carl got her when she was just a little thing, probably 3 years old.
Yeah.
So Angora's approaching 13 years old. Angora loves me. Of course, she loves my mama, but I think she loves me more. Don't tell her I said that. Mama would agree. When I go to her house, Angora just comes to me and she just leaps up in my arms. So Mama always gets me a towel because she has the sharpest claws of any cat in the whole wide world. I'm sitting on the bed and Angora's loving on me. She's purring on my chest, Mama's like, Brooke, be careful. She'll hurt you. And about that time, I don't know if y'all can see it, but Angora clawed my nose and you would have thought that she ripped open an artery.
Mm.
Blood started pouring off my nose, and Mama was like, "Oh, Brooke, I'm so sorry." You can't even hardly see it, but funny how things
is.
like that can bleed.
It
So,
is.
but all her cats are doing well.
Mhm.
All our cats are doing well. Just wanted to update while we.
I saw somebody ask, and I've seen this come before, and I talked about it in a video not too long ago too, but that is, how many tablespoons of coffee do I use? And on our coffee maker, we have a 10-cup coffee maker, but that's not cups. It's different. I don't know what
Don't even try to.
and all coffee makers are different too, but I use 6 heaping tablespoons of coffee to do 10 cups.
Speaking of that, yes, that's what I was going to get at earlier when I said I took Mama to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I took Mama to the doctor before the coffee was ready yesterday morning. So I got out of here without having coffee.
Oh.
And that's where I was getting with taking her to the doctor, because I felt like yesterday afternoon I needed some coffee. We were not at home, and no other coffee compares to Cog Hill coffee. So I didn't get any. I didn't. It was 2:00 in the afternoon by the time I realized I not had coffee. So anyway.
No, we hadn't seen the owl in the barn in years.
No, that cat.
It was mainly because there were a lot of mice in the barn at the time.
Ooh, was it?
Since we moved here and cleaned that barn up, and Pink stays down there, and of course the mice are gone. So
right, and we could not clean that barn.
Oh, it was bad.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was bad.
But I will say this about your coffee: just tinker around with it, because all coffee makers are different, and people like theirs.
All people that drink coffee are different.
Some people like theirs stronger. Some people like it weaker. So, but that'll give you a starting point. 6 tablespoons.
I do 6 tablespoons. Like this morning, I made coffee. Mm-hmm. My coffee's not as good as Jason's coffee, and I do 6 heaping tablespoons, just like he tells me. But it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not.
It tastes the same to me. Something.
So anyway, well, we hope whatever you guys do today that you have a good day. I am still using my Magic mouthwash, and I don't think I need it because I think gluten was the problem. But he wanted me to do it for 2 weeks, so I'm still using it for 2 weeks. I drank my coffee before I did the mouthwash.
Yep.
So I have my empty cup, and I hope each and every one of y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Y'all be good.